number 18 on tap. Team Nichols, the second game of their doubleheader, taking on Team Alo, and they just said it, all the marbles right here. Jocelyn Alo and Bubba Nichols going head-to-head to see who will be the AUX champion. Well, the first game, 9 innings, 25 total runs, and it comes down to Nadia Taylor, the veteran, driving in 2 to walk it off, 13-12, as we expected when the game started, obviously. 3 hours later, Taylor, the hero, and that sets them up with some momentum heading into game 2. It also made this leaderboard a lot tighter between Jocelyn Alo and Bubba Nichols in the first and second spot. Nichols behind Alo by just 94 points. If you're new to Athletes Unlimited, that is not a lot and definitely can be made up in one game. Alongside the two-time Olympian Natasha Watley, I'm Chucky Kempf. Well, what do you make of old game 1 tonight?
Oh my goodness, the excitement. I mean, just leading up to game 2, we couldn't have asked for anything better. Team Alo, Team Nichols, it's going to come down to this game tonight.
Our first look at Jocelyn Alo has a little bit of cushion. What is it that makes her so special?
It's the confidence. I mean, just when she steps into the plate, you know she's going to get something done. And all the hype that comes around her, she just steps up and she gets it done. And she's just got such effortless power.
Alo's 6 home runs to lead the league. 12 RBIs up toward the top of that mark as well. Had 2 home runs in one game on Sunday, a game in which her team hit 4 total. As we look at Jocelyn Alo's lineup, Hannah Flippin right in front of her. She puts herself into that 2 spot. Haley McClenny in the 3 hole. And then Mackenzie Clark has had a great Series 3, couple home runs, 7 RBIs on the season. She is in the 9 spot. It's interesting, Jocelyn Alo drafted her Series 3 team, and she went and got the other 2 captains from Series 2 that she played against, Taylor Edwards and Mackenzie Clark. So a lot of experience and success from those first couple series on this team, as the first pitch to Hannah Flippin is inside, and this is Taylor McQuillan, who we saw in relief. And we thought late in that game there was that little bloop on the infield that we thought was going to do McQuillan and Team Nichols in, but she got some big outs down the stretch, and now she gets the start. It's interesting to see her make this transition, though, after the late relief.
Absolutely, and I think she's fresh. I mean, yeah, she came in late in the last game, but I think she's still sharp. She was sharp the last game. I think she's warm, ready to go. So I think we're going to see a great matchup between these 2 teams.
It's always interesting this last week to see the teams. You always see them seem to bond. These players are all really close as Flippin hits this to deep right field toward the track. West has it 1 out. But the last week is a little bit different because they are all always close, but then you start, I think, to root a little bit for your captain, and you want to do it for them. So for McQuillan, it's Bubba Nichols in center field. For this Team Alo team, trying to get it done for one of softball's biggest stars, who gets her first at bat of the night. Alo off the handle, and Bubba says thank you very much for that out right there. Every time those 2 step to the plate, it is monumental for who will become the 3rd ever AUX softball champion. Masson and Vidalis are done. Wiz in that 5th spot can still move up. It's not just the champion, too. You get 3 medals, so the top 3 all receive medals for their performances this season. You got a couple medals, more than a couple, I think.
Yeah.
I think I know what your favorite one is, right?
Yeah, I mean, the proper answer is both of them.
Okay, I like it.
Both of them. Just an honor to be able to represent my country and to walk away with 2 medals.
Haley McClenny, longtime Team USA member. Won silver at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. McQuillan was there with Team Mexico. McClinney, right side, grabbed by Kelsey Stewart Hunter. 1, 2, 3. Taylor McQuillan and Team Nichols comes out of the gates hot. Bubba Nichols in the 2 spot. She's coming to the plate in the bottom half. Can she do it again? She's already got 5 this season. Nothing for Team Alo in the top of the first inning. 10 inning win points on the line every inning here at Athletes Unlimited. And Team Nichols coming to the plate for the first time, fresh off 13 runs, all of them coming from the 5th inning on. They didn't score in the first 4 of game 1 tonight. Nadia Taylor in the 4 spot, moving up in the lineup after that walk-off 2 RBI single in the bottom of the 9th to beat Team Masson. Morgan Zirkle had an incredible performance as well in game 1. 2 RBI double, a 3-run home run, and an RBI ground out. When was the last time somebody had 7 RBIs and didn't have the most in the game? Kaylee Harding had 9.
Insane. And didn't come away with the win.
Seriously, 9 RBIs in a losing effort. Good points. Misses outside to Zirkle. Pitch 1 from Odyssey Alexander. She was a former champion last year in the championship season out of Boynton, Virginia. 1-2 this season. Just had a little bit. He's been lacking luck in the circle a little bit.
Yeah, and it's so hard facing these hitters, but with Odyssey, you know, she was just struggling in the first series of just finding the strike zone and having to plate a couple pitches, just trying to work with the umpire and trying to find and establish those corners.
Does so right there on the outside corner for strike 1 to Zirkle. Odyssey's 3rd appearance here in Series 3, her first start. She's thrown 4 1/3 and allowed just 2 earned runs, though, in this series. Two to Zirkle. Another foul ball. Zirkle's up 6 spots tonight from 13 to 7. Tough part for her moving up more would be the fact that she has 2 teammates directly in front of her in 5th and 6th. She strikes out.
And Odyssey going to that changeup later in the count and bounces this one, but just the deceptiveness out of her hands is what sells it and gets Zirkle swinging.
Odyssey Alexander, the first 2 games versus the last 4, 10 1/3 over the last 4 games that she's appeared in with a 3.39 ERA. Much more like what we expect from Odyssey as she goes up and in for ball 1 to Bubba Nichols. Finished her college career in 2021 at UCLA. Watches that pitch for strike 1. Bubba finished 7th in the champ season last year in Rosemont. 1-1. Strike 2. Can't move anywhere in this at bat, but can crawl closer to Jocelyn Alo. Watches that close for ball 2.
I think what's so fun with this matchup of both Alo and Nichols in the leaderboard 1-2 is just it's 2 hitters. In the past, it's been pitchers, and we can actually see them perform and execute each at bat.
Nichols deep to left field, off the netting. Rounds first, and she'll coast into second base with a double worth 20 points. So she goes from 94 behind Alo to just 74.
Nichols just does such a good job of sitting on this changeup. Stays in her legs, drives it to left. And I almost thought that that was out of here.
Those are temporary nets they've put up in the outfield because it's only 200 straight down the line. So they put 17-foot-high nets up, about 64 feet wide, and basically treating that like the Green Monster. And we have called it the Net Monster this season. I'm gonna get, yeah, I'm going there, I guess.
The Net Monster.
0-1, Delaney Wiz at the plate. Bubba at second base. If she were to come across to score, they would win this first inning, and it would be 10 more points for everybody on her team. It's interesting. You heard Tori and Aubrey Leach talking about it in the Gap show with Savannah Collins, but you kind of got to do it the right way if you're the captain. It's hard to get way outside of what you do and still have success, and that was something the first AUX champion, Danielle O'Toole, did as well as anybody. Went into the final day, had a chance to win it, and didn't even start herself in the final game of the season. Actually started Rachel Garcia, and it worked out that O'Toole came in relief and pitched really well and picked up MVP honors and ended up winning anyway. But most would probably not do that. I mean, it's hard to not call your own name.
Right.
And it wasn't that Danielle didn't want it. She just said, you know, that's not how I would do it normally, so I'm not going to do it today. Wiz fouls it back. You'd pitch, right?
Well, yeah, if I make my lineup, I'm like, I'm pitching. You know what? I'm trying to get all these points, right? But I think that was what was interesting with Maison in game one, of just not taking herself out, of just trying to make those hard decisions of, you know, do I stay in the game? Do I not come out? You know, just it's hard when you're making the call as a captain. You want the ball, and I'm assuming that's what she would do. If it didn't come down to points or not, she's like, put the game in my hands.
Two from Odyssey, and another foul ball from Delaney Wiz. She was the reason we went to extras with a solo home run off Maison after she re-entered in the 7th inning, and here it is.
Just coming up so clutch. I mean, just such a beautiful swing, just an oppo right center home run, and that's what tied the game and extended that game for Team Nichols in game one.
Wiz was 2 for 3 with a couple walks as well in game one. Watches that just outside 3-2. th pitch of the first inning coming for Odyssey Alexander right here. Another foul ball. Wiz just 52 points out of the medals right now. She could jump 2 spots in this game into third. Just a little bit of success. And another foul ball for Delaney Wiz. The 11th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Just 1 out. Take that a long way. The pickleball court's, it's a dangerous spot right now.
Yeah, they need to have someone who's on watch, taking a look for any softballs that are coming. Or maybe this young lady right here is the one that's watching if the softballs are coming in.
The players actually, like Series 2, I feel like it got to the point where they started yelling for it as Delaney Wiz draws the walk, and what an at-bat for her right there to make it 1st and 2nd with just 1 away. 10 points for Wiz, trying to climb that leaderboard toward the top 3 as she makes way for Nadia Taylor, the hero from game 1, who was 1 for 5, and it was the one that did it. Nadia, deep to left field, and it's gone! A 3-run shot for Nadia Taylor, who has caught fire on the final night of the season. Five RBIs in her last 2 at-bats.
And Nadia Taylor, I mean, a true vet, just coming alive at the right time. Last day, just going all out. And this ball, I was looking for it for where it was going to land, and literally just gets lost in the night. I mean, she hits this ball so hard, so far. 3-run home run, Team Nichols.
Nadia Taylor, what a night for her right now. And how big will that swing be for this race for the top spot? It's 10 win points for everybody on Team Nichols. Those won't be calculated until this inning comes to a close. But it's going to put Bubba to 64 points behind Alo. Rud Lee sends a foul ball down the left field line.
And to think that Nadia Taylor, like you said, coming up to that last at-bat was 0 for 4 on the day. And all it takes is one pitch, one at-bat, and she's feeling good and seeing it tonight.
We've got Nadia Taylor in for a chair chat. Well, I'm not sure where to start, Nadia. I guess we go with this at bat first. Quick turnaround for this game. What's the message from the team? And obviously you're feeling good right now.
Yeah, man, I think the biggest thing is even when you're not feeling good, you know, keep putting in the work, keep trusting, you know, your planning, your approach. I mean, honestly, I've been kind of sped up since I've been here. And so, you know, just kind of been working on, just kind of work back up the middle, letting things kind of fall where they need to. And so it's kind of working out these last 2 games.
Rud Lee with a base hit into left field.
And I guess the message is not how you start, it's how you finish. A great message for young athletes at home, right? So just talk us through that last at-bat, the last game for you to walk it up. You're 0 for 4 on the day. What are you thinking when you walk up to the plate?
You know, be a dog. You know, I say puppies want to be fed, dogs want to eat. So, I mean, if I'm going to level up, now is the time. So, just really just competed and just, you know, wanted to get that done for the captain and the team.
How much of that is a part of this last series? I mean, we were talking about how it seems like week in and week out, these teams are really close. You guys kind of bond, but this final week, how much does it become about, hey, I want my captain to be the one that wins it?
I think it's huge. I mean, I think Bubba, the way she carries herself, and I mean, we get it in the mornings, and like I see how hard she works, and I see how much of a, you know, a great person she is. So you want to see good people win ball games.
Riley West at the plate. Well, Nadia, we appreciate the time. Keep it up. We're loving it right now.
Thank you.
Good job, Nadia.
Thank you.
Nadia Taylor, 5 RBIs in her last 2 at-bats, and they have been monumental. One a walk-off, and then this one, you just never know how big these 3 runs could be in this game.
Right. Is our 3 runs ever enough with these players? And seems like it's always just a going back and forth, and I'm strapping on my seatbelt.
Riley West fouls that out of play for strike 1, 2-1. Team Nichols 2-1 this weekend. We've not had a team all year have a record besides 2-2 at the end of a series. It had never happened in AUX before. And now that's all that's happened the first 2 series. And it could happen in this one as well if Team Alo wins tonight. But Bubba trying to lead her team to the first 3-1 record. Riley West over toward Aaron Koffel, and there's 2 outs. It's interesting, too. We talked about it in that last game before Nadia won it. There was an open base, and there was only 1 out. You had Riley West on deck, who had a fantastic finish to her career at Tennessee, but has struggled in her first season as a pro, and they elected to go at Nadia, and didn't work out.
Yeah, and I wonder if in hindsight, if, you know, you're Denim, if you're thinking, you know, maybe put her on and use my defense. You know, she induces a lot of ground balls, and let your defense work for you.
You played against Nadia, didn't you?
I did. I think she was a rookie at some point on maybe my last year she came in the league.
Inside to Billy Andrews. Nadia Taylor had to try out after she finished her college career in 2012 at Texas. Didn't start her pro career right away, but finally found a home, and now in her 10th season. Oh, wow! This is smoke to left field! Another 3-run shot. This time it's the rookie, Billy Andrews. And Team Nichols has broken this game open in the first. For Andrews, that's her 3rd home run of the season. RBIs 7, 8, and 9.
Billy Andrews just winning this battle. This ball left over the heart of the plate. She just turns on this and ropes it. 3-run home run.
Nebraska's all-time home run leader for a career, with her 3rd as a pro, right in front of Taylor Edwards, whose record she broke in Lincoln. And a pitching change, not the night Odyssey Alexander had hoped for. It'll be Sarah Willis when we come back. Savannah has Billy Andrews in the dugout.
A whole season can lead up to a moment that your team needs. What was your mindset stepping into the box, knowing that any time it could be your number?
Yeah, going into that at bat, I was just ready to hit, and our team we're just building off of each other, so I just wanted to build off the girls in front of me. And just this season, getting the chance to just go up against all these different pitchers it's an opportunity, and I just want to go in and attack.
Thanks, Billy. Yeah, congratulations. Way to end on a high note.
What a swing from Billy Andrews, but Nadia Taylor first. A big-time blast. 5 RBIs in her last 2 at-bats. And then the rookie, Billy Andrews, following suit. It's 6-0. Athletes Unlimited Pro Softball is sponsored by Koch Industries. Well, AUX comes to a close. The crowds in Wichita have been fantastic all season long. I don't know if those were the fireworks that went off early in the first series, but it kind of set the table for the chaos that would ensue. Bubba Nichols and her team picking up 10-inning win points, also taking absolute control of this game over Jocelyn Allo and company. This is how it started. Bubba's already picked up 30 points thanks to a double and those inning win points, so the gap is down to just 64 total points. Taylor Edwards leading things off. You mentioned this when we came on the air for the first game, that it has to be the team tonight. You have to have that help from your team, because it probably is going to come down to winning. Sure, one of these two players could have a great individual performance, but it seems likely that the champion could be the winner of this game.
Absolutely, and I think just Team Nichols just riding off the high of the last game just has all the momentum coming into this game, and they just, like Billy Andrews said, they're just feeding off of each other. They're passing the bat, they're getting runners on, and with runners in scoring position, they're capitalizing on that.
Sam Fisher now with 1 out. 4 straight retired to start the game for Taylor McQuillan. One 0 to Fisher is just outside. Sam hitting .212 on the year, couple home runs, 7 RBIs. Takes strike 1. This is it for Sam Fisher. Retiring at the end of the summer. She'll play in the championship season in Rosemont, and then we'll hang it up for good. Slow roller, McQuillan fires to first. She fields her position really well, and there's 2 outs. Team Nichols pitching staff has held opposing hitters to a .240 average in this 3rd series. That's the best in the league. Aaron Koffel takes strike 1 from McQuillan. The rookie out of Kentucky, finishing her opening season as a pro. We'll see her in the championship season as well. Koffel toward right field. McKinney goes back and makes the catch. 6 up, 6 down for Taylor McQuillan, who's having a great night so far for Team Nichols. Back in Wichita, past winners. Danielle O'Toole, the inaugural AUX champion back in 2022 at San Diego State, and she was just phenomenal that year. And we mentioned the story. She didn't even start herself the last day, but it worked out to perfection. She actually started Rachel Garcia, who ended up being the AUX champion last year in Rosemont. Another one of those two-way players that we've seen do it so often. We'll see Garcia back with Athletes Unlimited in the championship season. There's 3 ways you can get it done. You can win a lot, you can do really well individually, and you can be rewarded for those individual performances with MVP points. O'Toole did it with the wins, was great in the circle, but just won all season long. Alo has done it a lot with stats and MVP. Uphill climb if she wants to win this game tonight. Already down 6. 6 up, 6 down for them offensively, and now Team Nichols turns their lineup over to the top already to Morgan Zirkle. Shocking that they scored 6 runs in the first inning and Zirkle struck out to start the game.
Yeah, and just off of that, you didn't see the bats about to turn on like the way that they did, and Bubba Nichols in that 2 spot, moving herself up in the lineup tonight. Starting off with a double, and like I said, they just hitting is contagious. They started to pass the bats.
That's what Billy Andrews was talking about with Savannah Collins in the dugout, that they were just feeding off of each other. 0-2, Zirkle lets it go upstairs. There's Andrews in the dugout looking on. A 1-2 from Willis, ground ball. Flippin on the move. Such a great throw from Flippin.
Woo. Okay. The level of difficulty of that play, Morgan Zirkle is a speedster. This ball takes Hannah Flippin up the middle. She is off balance and throws that ball off of her right foot, moving into center field. That is not an easy play. And I'm over here just clapping my hands. That is a heck of a play right there.
Transfer was lightning. You almost didn't see it go from glove to hand.
I mean, did she even touch it?
Flippin's played a lot of shortstop in her professional career, but at second base this week with Koffel at short. High praise for the rookie Aaron Koffel from the captain Jocelyn Allo to put Flippin at second base. Bubba Nichols.
Just take a look at this transfer. This glove to hand. I mean, she doesn't even touch it, and that's what you talk about as a great defender, just changing the direction of the ball. I mean, she doesn't even get this in the ball of her glove. It gets off her heel. Smooth transfer. One of the best defenders our game has seen by far. I am such a Hannah Flippin fan.
Somebody needs to clip that for Hannah Flippin. Natasha Watley, all the praise, man. I'd be feeling really good right now. Outside ball 3 to Bubba Nichols. Every at bat so big right now for Bubba and Jocelyn Allo. Three-two from Willis. Bubba swings through it. Strike 3, and there's 2 down.
Just a great location for this Sarah Willis pitch here on the inside corner. She throws that drop, and it just falls off the table, but the location of it is just a hard place for Bubba Nichols to get her hands extended on that pitch.
Sarah Willis has been a fantastic addition to the pitching staff for Athletes Unlimited. She's retired the first 3 batters she's faced out of the bullpen. 2 ground balls and a strikeout now against Delaney Wiz. Wiz just 32 points away from 3rd place. Five of the top 10 play for Team Nichols this week, and a lot of those made a move in their Game 1 win. Wiz takes strike 1. There's the leaderboard. Delaney closing in on Mariah Masson, who she hit that game-tying home run off of in the 7th inning of Game 1. Wiz had 498 points in Series 2. That was the 2nd most in the league. She had a stretch of 3 games where she homered in all of them. Changeup is too high, ball 4. 10 points for Wiz on the walk. Her 2nd walk of the game. And here we go. Maybe the hottest bat in the league right now, based on the last 3 innings, Nadia Taylor. Watches it outside ball 1, and here's the 1st inning.
Nadia Taylor, I mean, just unleashes on this pitch, and it's up and in and elevated and does exactly what she needs to do and gets her team on the board quick.
Jumps ahead 2-0 in front of Willis. Nadia almost to the 1,000 point mark. Sits in 12th on the leaderboard right now. Edwards throws down, but not in time to get Wiz. And it's 3-0. Telling Sarah Willis where that last pitch was. And a 4-pitch walk. Back to back here with 2 outs. Two through 6 all reached in a row in the 1st inning for Team Nichols. Now Wiz and Taylor have gone back-to-back. Rudd Lee, ground ball left side, and Koffel to first. Low throw handled by Klingler for out number 3. Couple 2-out walks, but come to nothing, and we've got our first rollover points of the game. Inning win points for Team Nichols in the first inning. Now we have rollover points after zeros in the second inning. 6-0 Team Nichols over Team Alo. Will crown a champion at the end of this game. Looking very likely to be either Jocelyn Alo or Bubba Nichols, but Delaney Wiz still has an outside chance. She's in 4th place on the leaderboard, and she's swinging a hot bat right now. These innings with the rollover points are extra important in this game. 7, 8, 9 coming up for Jocelyn Alo's team. Led off by Bailey Klingler. First pitch strike to Klingler from Taylor McQuillan, who's thrown 17 pitches in the first 2 innings, 9 in the first, 8 in the second. Delivers strike 1 here to start the 3rd. And strike 2 in the same spot to jump ahead of Klingler. Klingler, along with a number of Athletes Unlimited players, will be doing various different activities for Team USA. She will go to the Japan All-Star Series July 4th through the 8th. I would imagine you go a little bit sooner than that to get together with that team before they take off for Japan, so that's going to be really fast for her. She stays with the off-speed.
Yeah, I think they take off in the next couple of days, and they start to train together before they take off and travel. And so exactly, like, you want to make sure you get together as a team and start to gel and work together.
The 1-2. Where's your favorite place you've ever played in the world?
Japan would be at the top of that list. I mean, just their fandom. They love baseball and softball. Every time you play in an arena, they come and they pack out a stadium. And I think the next would be Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic on the national team one year, we played there, and we played in the middle of I want to say like a residential area, and in the middle of no man's land, and there was just so many people surrounded on the field, and it was kind of intimidating and almost like we might need security. But a moment I'll never forget of just how excited they were to see the game, and they were so engaged and a lot of fun.
You played in Italy?
Played in Italy. All I remember about Italy is the food. I don't remember anything about softball. That's a positive. Okay. So we trained in Italy for 4 weeks leading up to Athens, Greece, and so we were trying to kind of get in a similar climate before we went into the Olympics in 2004, and so we were there for 1 entire month, and so all the pizza, all the cheese, all the pasta, but we were supposed to be training, so I don't know if that's a good thing if we were there eating.
You won gold in 04, so it worked.
That's the trick. Take a team to Italy. Give them all the food they want.
That's where the U.S. is headed. Saw that great play by Hannah Flippen earlier in this game. She'll be a part of the the WBSC World Cup Finals this summer in Italy with Team USA. So a couple different Team USAs heading in different directions. McQuillan misses upstairs, ball 1 to Sarah Willis. Odyssey never got to come to the plate. She was in the order in the 8-hole, but didn't make it out of the first inning, so Willis is the first pitcher to see the plate. Back to McQuillan. 8 up, 8 down for Taylor McQuillan. What are you seeing from her right now? It just seems automatic in the circle.
McQuillan is just dealing right now. I mean, she's attacking the zone. Bailey Klingler, she's getting ahead in the count, going right at her, and same thing with Sarah Willis. I mean, she's just going all zone. She's throwing that rise into righties, and then she'll go back out. But she's just dealing, and you can see that she's settled in, and she looks like she's good to go.
First pitch upstairs to Mackenzie Clark. finishing really strong in this AUX season, has hit .571 in her first 3 games here of Series 3, a home run and a couple RBIs to go with it. Holds back on that one, 2-0. Ooh, Clark dives out of the way of that one. Ooh.
This is just a little pushback action, and this rises up and in, and Clark definitely getting out the way of that one.
4-pitch walk right after we were talking about how much she's worked ahead, and she had. Gives up a 4-pitch walk to Mackenzie Clark, the first base runner of the game for Team Alo, to turn the order over for Hannah Flippen. Now this inning feels like it's far from over potentially, with Flippen and Alo coming up. Nice changeup from McQuillan for strike 1. There's Jocelyn Alo, 0 for 1, just saw 1 pitch and popped out to the shortstop her first trip to the plate. This is the 18th and final game of the AUX season. Game 1 tonight went 9 innings, 25 combined runs over about 3 hours and 5 minutes. 13-12, Team Nichols won. Strike 2. To flip and misses. You got to think Taylor McQuillan wants this one bad.
Well, you definitely want to get to Flippen because you know who's on the on-deck circle, and so this is going to be a big out, so you want to go right at.
And misses. Back-to-back walks with 2 outs. And here is a massive opportunity for Jocelyn Alo. 20 inning win points on the line here in the 3rd. They're down 6, and she is chasing the championship. First pitch, upstairs, ball 1. McQuillan calls time, wants to talk to her catcher, Jordan Rudd-Lee.
If anything, it's just the intimidation factor. I mean, the minute Alo stepped into the box, if you looked at Taylor McQuillan, she's just taking her deep breaths and breathing through it. I mean, and it's, you know you can't take a pitch off, you can't make a mistake, and Alo, she can hit to all fields and such a dangerous hitter.
.412 average, 14 hits, both of those 3rd best in the league. 6 home runs leads the way. 12 RBIs is 2nd, and she's only struck out 4 times all season. Inside, ball 2. McQuillan visibly frustrated to not get that call. .2-0. There's strike 1. Three and 1.
And you can see her moving the ball around, and if I'm McQuillan, I'm going to try to go that up and in again and see if I can get her to bite.
Alo, I don't know where that's going to land. It may never land.
Pickleball kids. But a good pitch, a good 3-1 pitch right there, and now I'd maybe try to go a little off speed.
Alo deep to right field, going back and caught at the wall by Riley West. Just feet away from the big one.
But McCullen decides to go with the pitch on the outer half, a rise on the outer half. Aloe goes deep and just missed.
Inning win points on the line. Team Nichols coming up in the bottom of the third with a big lead in the final game of the season. Let's go into the game now with the U.S. Air Force and Kelsey Stewart-Hunter.
Go Orange team!
I've been waiting for that to come my way. Just last game, here it is. Yes, bro. Man, I've been waiting for a ball to fall when I hold direction.
It felt like I don't want to run around these bases right now.
Bro, way to hook me up. Like, way to go deep so I can jog. That was hilarious.
Here she is again at the plate. Single and scored on that Nadia Taylor home run. First look at Sarah Willis tonight, though, who put strike one in there to the dismay of Kelsey Stewart-Hunter. Just had her second child not long ago. Missed the 2022 season due to the birth of her son, Trace. One from Willis. Is it hard sometimes mentally, like you get the 6-0 lead, can you kind of settle in as a team maybe?
Not in this case. You know, just knowing the teams that you're facing, like everybody's so good, you just can't sit back on any lead. I mean, I don't think 6 runs is enough if we're facing Team Aloe. I mean, just that last pitch, she was about to hit that out of here, and that was about to be close. And so I don't think you can sit back with a 6-0 lead. You've got to keep the foot on the gas and keep pushing.
Do you think mentally, though, it can sometimes, maybe without knowing it?
Yeah, and that's the hard part. The mental part is pushing through, knowing that you do have this lead and that it does feel like some cushion, but I think that that's where you've got to have the perspective and know this is not a good enough lead or not a big enough lead.
Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, a single and a walk in this game so far. Let's take a look at the Game 1 MVPs brought to you by the U.S. Air Force. I've not seen these yet, but that shot of Nadia Taylor tells me she'll be on here, and there she is, MVP 2. Morgan Zirkle drove in her fair share of runs as well. She gets MVP 3. Sydney McKinney, what a play she made to pick up the defensive MVP and get 20 points, but I think Kaylee Harding, rightfully so, with 9 RBIs, deserved that top spot.
Absolutely. I mean, we talked about it, like, how do you get 9 RBIs and not pull away with the win? And, I mean, just coming up clutch, and I think that was a change of events in the top of the game for Team Mariah's team. And so just doing a great job, Kaylee Harding.
Grand slam, 3-run home run, and then, of all things, a little bloop in the air over the pitcher's head to score 2 more. Riley West has a 1-1 count and swings through that pitch for strike 2. Goes down looking for out number 1 in the third.
Sarah Willis finding her rhythm during this at-bat with Riley West and just pinpointing that curve on the outer half and just freezes West.
Makes way for Billy Andrews with a runner on first and 1 out, and that will do it. Bailey Klingler catches the liner, tags first, double play to end the inning, and the unconventional 1-2-3 for Sarah Willis in the circle.
And Klingler just coming out with a big double play.
Back in Wichita, Kansas. Who's going to be celebrating at the end of the night? What a season it's been. We've had grand slams, walk-offs, unbelievable defense, everything you could possibly ask for, including a 25-run, 9-inning game in Game 1 tonight. Here's how it started between Bubba Nichols and Jocelyn Alo. Before the game started, 94 points separated them. Bubba has it down to 64 as she currently sits in second place. This inning is worth now 30 points because we had zeros in the second and third. This could be an inning that makes a big difference on the leaderboard. And how dramatic would it be if it just kept on rolling over all the way to the end, and then that's how you crowned it. I don't think we've ever had, definitely not at AUX, where the two top players on the leaderboard are both on the field in the last game and it been this close. When Danielle O'Toole won it, she played the first game and then sat in the stands while the second game played out, and she waited. And then last year, I mentioned, didn't even get to finish because of the environmental issues in Chicago with the smog that would not go away and the poor air quality. This is about as dramatic as it can get. Aileen McClenny trying to help her captain out. 0 for 1 tonight, watches that pitch for strike 2. McClenny's average isn't high. We were talking about this in the break, but she's still a tough out. I mean, it has to be so frustrating for her to not have the results. Long run and foul.
And she is such a hard out. I mean, she's had so much discipline at the plate, and every time she puts the ball in play, I mean, she's roping it at somebody or hitting a hard ground ball or hard line drive, and just always will go deep into counts. And so it's surprising when you look at her numbers and you don't see a 300 or 400, but always have to respect her.
Goes down on strikes there. McQuillan fired up, out number 1 here in the 4th.
Taylor McQuillan just goes with this curveball on the outer half, and she's just been painting that corner. Pitch before got Haley McClenny looking, but picks up a strikeout on that curve on the outer half.
Taylor Edwards with 1 away and nobody on, swings underneath that first pitch from McQuillan. Outside ball 1. It'd be interesting to see how Bubba Nichols handles Taylor McQuillan in this game, having thrown in relief in the first game. In her 4th inning of work now, we've not seen a lot of pitchers go 6, 7 innings. There's only been a few complete games. Mariah Masson has 2 of them. Alyssa Denham has 1. Masson has gone 6 innings in one of her other starts this season, but for the most part, it feels more like the 4 or 5 inning mark has been the sweet spot, but McQuillan looks really good right now.
I was just going to say that. I'm like, the way that she looks right now, I would ride her to the end. I mean, she's super sharp and hitting her spots, and just her late break on her rise ball is fooling a bunch of these hitters.
Slow roller left side. Andrews takes care of Edwards, the Husker, retiring the Husker. McQuillan retired the first 8 batters of the game before back-to-back walks, and now has responded, retiring 3 straight. First pitch to Sam Fisher. Nice spot on the inside corner for strike 1. He joined us late. Might look like this game's a little out of hand. Team Nichols scored 6 in the first, but we've got a lot of points on the line with regards to the leaderboard. As we crown a champion tonight in Wichita, there are 30 inning win points available here in this 4th inning. Jocelyn Allo currently in first place. Inside to Sam Fisher, ball 3. Fisher 0 for 1 with a ground out tonight. Ground ball left side, under the glove of Wiz, and it was kind of like a distraction drill for Billy Andrews.
And we had a play similar in the first game today where it almost looked like Delaney Wiz crossed over on Andrews, but definitely on this play, Delaney Wiz running across, definitely crosses up Billy Andrews. And on that, as shortstop and third baseman, you just got to communicate. As a third baseman, I'm going ball, ball, ball. And as a shortstop, you also got to be ready.
And right after that, Koffel gets plunked with a pitch. That's 8 points for her, but doesn't love it over at first base. The Fisher play is now ruled an error on Wiz at third base. As a former shortstop, are you like, yes, absolutely?
That is your error. That's just tough. I mean, and you know, you got to work together, and you got to, as a shortstop, you know your third baseman's range, and Delaney Wiz also should know Andrews' range as well if she could make that play in the hole.
Andrea Duran had pretty good range, right?
She did, and she would try to come all the way across to like actual second base, trying to take ground balls away from me.
Klingler lifts this into left field. It's carrying toward the wall, but falls short at the warning track. That's 2 now for Team Allo that have come up just short of the long ball. Well, basically like a leadoff hitter coming up, McKinney, Zirkle, and Bubba.
Winning Athletes Unlimited would represent so many women that have come before us, that have got me and every woman here to this point.
And gone! Bubba Nichols is on fire right now.
Regardless of who wins, I think that just to be here and to play and have this opportunity is such a privilege and a blessing that it really does represent how far this sport has come. I feel like I'm representing a lot of women that came before me and gave me the ability to be here.
Will it be Bubba Nichols come the end of the night? Here's what she's done so far this season. Series 1 was a big one for her, 506 points. She was actually in the top 3 and would have drafted a team in Series 2 as well, but she had to go back to UCLA for graduation. So then she returns for Series 2, not as a captain, but ends up in the captain's chair for Series 3. There are 30 inning win points on the line for Bubba Nichols and her team if they can score 1 run here in the 4th.
Bubba Nichols, I mean, just a respectable athlete and one of the athletes that just does it right. We talked to Nadia Taylor and talked about how she trains with her in the morning and just always working on her craft and working on getting better.
Good start for Willis here to get McKinney retired. Let's go to Savannah with more on Bubba Nichols.
Well, when you rise to the top like Bubba has, it's bound for you to be a captain throughout the season. She just said how that's something that never really gets easier about this format, this game of having to manage your own team and strategize while playing in the game. But one thing that she has continuously done is try and bring her strengths of her team to the forefront. Some of those were having experienced rookies who were really quick to learn. That's what she was looking for in them. Coaches who are in charge of their own teams, whether at the college level. She wanted those type of minds in the dugout. And then if you could just see her with her facilitator, MJ Knighton, throughout the week, the way that they talk, the way they make minute tweaks and changes to these lineups, trying to find that person who's going to step into their right fit, have a moment like we saw Nadia Taylor did last game, and be able to help their team to a win. There is no detail too small for Bubba Nichols.
I think it'd be interesting to ask the players, too, about how much Athletes Unlimited has accelerated their growth as an individual player when it comes to scouting and prep, because you don't have a coach to hand you a scouting report when you go into a series.
And absolutely. I mean, I think that that's the thing that we're not talking about, just how this elevates your game, because you're having to analyze pitchers. You're having to analyze and strategize and do it all on your own and not have to rely on a coach. And, you know, that's the beauty of sometimes having a coach. It takes the stress away from you. But here you're really having to analyze and process the pitches that you had. And I think it just makes you a better athlete.
Bubba hoping Morgan Zirkle will get on for her with 1 out. So 3-2 count for Sarah Willis against Zirkle. Change up, and Zirkle taps it down the left field line perfectly. Thought about going for 2, now almost caught out. That was a massive dive back into first base there.
Yeah, and Zirkle knows what she's messing with when she rounds it and sees the ball in Flippin's hands. But again, just a little bat barrel on this and just a lot of bat control, and just taps that into that left outfield, excuse me, I can't even talk anymore. shallow left field is what I wanted to say.
We're getting to that point in the night. We're what, 5 hours in on the air, I think? I'll give you a break there.
But what was impressive, I did want to say, was once the ball got to second base to hand Flippin again, she just transfers and gets rid of it, and Zirkle just knows she has to get back.
A Superwoman dive back into first base. Nadia Nichols fouls it back. 1-1 count for her. 64 points separate her from Jocelyn Allo. And now she is in striking distance because it's the bottom of the inning. There's all these win points on the line, so a big swing from Bubba could change the top of the leaderboard. That was almost it if she could straighten it out. You mentioned it earlier. It's going to be a hitter. For just the second time ever, it will be a hitter-specific player who will be crowned the Athletes Unlimited champion. Deja Mulipola did it in 2022 in the championship season. Zirkle goes and then comes back. Now she's in trouble. And Flippin tags her out between the bases. It was almost like a miscommunication a little bit.
Yeah, and Zirkle was going on the pitch, but Edwards just comes up gunning, and I think she saw that she was going to be hosed, and so tries to go back. But at that point, you just got to try to go for it and see if you can at least attempt to get in there at second base.
2-2, Nichols fouls it off Taylor Edwards, who looks to be all right. Edwards, one of the best defensive catchers behind the plate, and I feel like this is a big part of it that we hear from pitchers about her ability to communicate and connect quickly with them.
Yeah, if you talk to any pitcher that has thrown to Taylor Edwards, they love throwing to her. It's the way that she connects, but what stands out to me is the way she calls the game. She has such a distinctive way of just going to a pitcher's strengths, you know, utilizing Sarah Willis's changeup and her drop, and she'll try to work that to her advantage.
In the dirt for ball 3, full count now to Nichols. 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored in the first inning. (3-2). Changeup inside corner, freezes Bubba Nichols. Second time she is struck out tonight, the third for Willis.
When we talk about that Edwards battery behind the plate, but using that Sarah Willis changeup on the inside corner to get the big hitter, Bubba Nichols.
Fifth inning, Team Nichols in complete control of the game, but these inning win points could potentially be the decider. Bubba has made up 30 on Jocelyn Allo for the top spot so far in this game. And this is where you feel like If Team Alo wins these inning points, it's going to be really difficult for Bubba Nichols at that point.
And this would be a good time to start to string together some singles and get some traffic on the base pass if you're Team Alo.
First pitch to Willis misses for ball one from Taylor McQuillan. We've got Kelsey Stewart-Hunter mic'd up in the field over at first base. Kelsey, how's it going out there?
I mean, it'd be better if we had all these points, but good, atta girl.
Do you guys feel the drama of this, like, final day and what's on the line? Can you feel it as players?
I mean, absolutely. Like, we know how close Bubba is, and if we can sweep these points, you know, she has a chance, and we want a chance for our captain. Good!
How's it been just these last couple of games of the series? I mean, just leading up into today, you know, how have you felt as a player?
Yeah, actually, I feel way better than I did at the beginning. You know, like when you first come back and someone's throwing live at you, it's a little scary. Atta girl, Tay! So just finding my groove again, and I'm seeing the ball great. I can't really complain about these last two games very much.
Yeah, you're finding ways to get on base. I think that's what's impressive about you. Like, you're a little feisty little thing. You'll figure it out. Talk about being on Bubba's team and just how she's been leading, and obviously as you guys are trying to help push her across.
Yeah, she's been so great. I always laugh because I'm like, some of our captains are too nice. Like, they just need to pull people and do what they got to do to win this game. But she's doing what she has to do. She's accepting opinions, but also trying to stay in her zone. And I think Bubba's a great captain because she's a great human.
Hey, how about Wichita? You're one of the 3 Wichita natives here. How special has it been for you to play on this field?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Every time I look in the stands, there's my aunt, my uncle, my grandparents, you know, everyone's here. So it's like absolutely amazing. It's surreal because I actually haven't played in Wichita since I was in middle school. I've been traveling the country, the world playing softball, so to just come back and find my groove, I thought it was going to be a little rough having a baby, but I'm not too mad about my performance.
How has it been playing in front of your babies? Are they here tonight?
Yeah, Trace over here is fighting his sleep. He's up here. I can see. I was like looking up, but the little one's asleep. But Trace is 100% fighting his sleep. But I never let him win at anything, so he knows Mom still reigns queen. Even at 1.
How important was it for you to get back out here? I mean, 11, you said 11, 12 weeks ago?
Yeah, 13 now.
Okay, yeah, 13. Okay,
now.
okay.
Yeah,
but still,
I think it's pretty awesome because you see lots of pro athletes. Get there. Yes, Bubba. You see a lot of pro athletes, and they're all males, and you get to see their dad do all the stuff behind the scenes to get where they are, and I get to be a female. That's a great job, Chris. And I get to be a female and show my sons what it's like, the behind the work that nobody gets to see. So I find it as a blessing, but I'm like, heck yeah, let's break these barriers down. More mamas playing softball, please.
Let's go. I'm like, I'm getting chills out here. I'm like, okay, well, like, don't let me come out of retirement.
Hey, come on, girl, we're ready for you.
Have you ever played in a game like that first one, 25 runs?
Yeah, that was insane, and I feel like usually people give up, like someone scores all those runs so early. You can find teams like just kind of giving up, but like every inning matters here, and so you find something within yourself to do it, and I mean, that was a lot of fun, but it never fails. Champ game, the end of the champ is always like a nail biter, and I love it.
We were talking about that. Like 2 years ago, it was a grand slam to finish AUX, and then last year, all the craziness not finishing the season, and now the 25-run game. It's incredible.
So many runs. I mean, people love offense, right? I mean, the pitchers probably aren't very happy, but...
How about Taylor McQuillan in the circle? We were kind of curious after the relief appearance how she would come back, but give us your analysis of her.
Taylor is a pro. That's like simply put, like she knows exactly what she wants to throw. She's gonna own it. She's not gonna make pitches up. She's not gonna try to hit spots that she can't hit. Like she's gonna attack the hitters and she's gonna get what she's gonna bite. She's gonna bite at that outside. You're either gonna swing or she's gonna get the call strike, and she's gonna keep you off balance all the time. She's just like that. That was fantastic. Like great job. But Tay's just a pro. Like I don't know why people don't draft her first, because she performs like this every single time she's on the mound. But hey, I'll be on her team every day of the week. Give me some points.
I know you're looking at the batter, but it just feels like we're having a conversation with you right here, like you're looking right at us.
Yeah, I gotta watch my face over here. Tay.
All right, Chelsea, we appreciate the time. As always, good luck the rest of the night.
Thank you. Go Orange team.
Kelsey Stewart-Hunter amid the action. There's that changeup from McQuillan trying to keep flipping off balance. It's a great battle here. A couple international stars, longtime veterans. Both have played pro ball in Japan as well. 8th pitch coming. Flipping deep to right field. Going back to the wall, and how many of those for Team Alo will there be before they get one? To the warning track again, it's still 6-0. 6-0, 40 rollover inning win points on the line as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Team Nichols could really give their captain a boost if they can put a run across. The AU Pro Softball Championship season is back for Season 5 in Rosemont, Illinois, beginning July 26th through August 25th. Tickets now available at auprosports.com/tickets. The difference between the championship season and AUX, you add in 18 more players, 60 total. Instead of 3 teams every week, you have 4 teams. The season lasts 5 weeks. 30 total games instead of 18. Big-time stars returning for the championship season as well. Rachel Garcia, the Romero sisters. Vic Hayward, Georgina Korick will be back. Some great pitchers, Sis Bates.
All the stars. Looking forward to that.
Just about a month's time. A month from tomorrow, the champ season begins in Rosemont as Delaney Wiz leads off here in the bottom of the 5th. Talked a lot about Bubba Nichols, but Wiz isn't completely out of this yet. She's in 4th place, just 22 out of 3rd. And takes strike 1 there, 3-1. Couple walks for her in the game so far. 3-1 from Willis. And there it is, 3 walks for Delaney Wiz in the game. That's 10 more points for her, closing in on 3rd place. In some ways, that's a great game individually, but you also could get some more if you were able to swing a little bit, but you just can't do it if it's not there. Nadia Taylor with nobody out. Delaney Wiz could jump into 3rd place easily if they collect the win points for this inning. Nadia, hard hit ball, flipping, quick flip, Koffel to 1st. That is really smooth.
Yeah, I think this is my new favorite double play combo. It's flipping to Koffel to Klingler. I mean, just such a smooth transition and just leads Koffel into having her momentum being going into 1st base.
That changes this inning significantly after the leadoff walk and then a hard hit ball from Nadia, but ends up being her demise with the double play. This could just flat out come down to the end. I mean, potential to roll these points over again. There would be 50 on the line in the 6th inning. A lot of times you can kind of say, okay, it's very likely this will be your champion, but not tonight.
Coming down to the end, I love it.
Strike two. There's some serious heat there from Willis. 69 miles per hour on that pitch. Four innings for Willis in relief, just one hit allowed. She's walked 4 and struck out 3. That is crushed on the ground into center field. McClenny cuts it off. It's a long single for Jordan Rudd-Lee. Kelsey Stewart-Hunter talked about helping out her captain, Bubba Nichols. Talked about how big those points would be for her, and now she steps to the plate with a chance to keep this inning alive. Leads the league in walks, has an on-base percentage around .420, and has reached both times at the plate in this game. Oh, 1 pitch. Ground ball left side. Koffel. High throw. Klingler stays with it for out number 3. 4 straight innings of zeros. 50 rollover win points on the line, and Jocelyn Alo is coming up next. It's must-see TV. The NCAA home run queen and the leader here at AUX is next.
Number 78, Jocelyn Alo.
If I were to win AUX, it means everything. Just to show the hard work that I put in has paid off.
Hammered, deep to right, gone! She's done it again! Jocelyn Alo's incredible! That's what greatness looks like.
I'm excited to be here whether I win or I lose. Just to be given this opportunity is awesome, and I'm so thankful to be here.
Jocelyn Alo captaining her team for the 2nd straight week, and this is a massive inning. 50 rollover inning win points on the line. 8 straight zeros on the scoreboard. Incredible way to finish the AUX season. She got off to a hot start, 520 points on the leaderboard to start. It has trended down, but that could change with this game. She could jump up above that Series 2 number, depending on how the next couple innings go. First pitch outside, ball 1. She's 0 for 2 tonight. The last time she came to the plate in a hitter's count, hit one about 2 feet away from getting out of here. Which not only would have been huge stat points, but it would have been a 3-run home run, and this game would look a lot differently. They've done it 3 times to the warning track. 2-0 up and in, ball 3.
Yeah, they're not lacking for putting the ball in play and hitting it hard, and so that's what's just been making it so interesting. And I think this is a smart move here, though, just pitching around her. I mean, just her bat is so dangerous, and so that's unintentional, intentional walk right there.
Let's go to Savannah with more on Jocelyn Alo.
If Jocelyn Alo is able to close out this title in these next couple innings, it would be added to this list. Just stick with me for a minute. State champion wrestling, 2-time high school champion, freshman of the year, player of the year twice, back-to-back national champion, and of course, the NCAA home run champion. All that to also possibly be the AUX champion. She told me when I sat down with it this week, I know the athlete that I am. I know what I'm capable of. And above all else, I'm having fun. That was her #1 goal for this summer, to play with the Savannah Bananas on their world tour, have a blast, and then come to AUX with some of the best competition in the world and continue to have a good time. And the indicator for when she's having fun is if she's smiling. That's how you know.
She just give you a fist bump down there, Savannah? Looked like she walked by and gave you a fist bump on the way past. Savannah's got the best access in the dugout all the time.
Privy to all the good conversations.
Now Haley McClenny takes strike 1. Aubrey Leach talked about it in the Gap show about walking Alo, and that's how you can somewhat control her. That's the first time they've done it. It's 10 points for her on the leaderboard, but a lot better than a potential home run and all the win points going the other way.
I think it's just smart. It's just smart. I mean, this is your best hitter, and don't let the best hitter beat you, and especially in this fashion, when it comes down to her last at bat, I thought definitely a smart move to just put her on base.
Morgan DeBoard is the pinch runner at first for Allo as McClenny fouls that ball down the right side to make it 3-2. If Bubba Nichols can come away on top, it'll be a big thank you to Taylor McQuillan and the performance she has put in so far through 5+ innings. 3-2 to McClenny. Line shot left field, it's down. DeBoard holds up at second. Back-to-back base runners. McClenny fired up.
But when you talk about strategy, I mean, strategy on both ends, and Allo putting a hitter like Haley McClenny behind her, someone who is so aggressive at the plate. I mean, again, they walk Allo, and Haley McClenny makes them pay.
First and second, nobody out. Allo looking on with Taylor Edwards coming to the plate. She's had her moments, including a grand slam on the opening night of this season. 3 home runs, 10 RBIs for the veteran catcher this year, and fouls that straight back for strike 1. That single from McClenny broke up a no-hitter for Taylor McQuillan. 7 hits for Team Nichols, just 1 for Team Allo. 0-1 popped up. This would be huge. And I think they're going to call it an infield fly rule. It goes down. The runners advance, and Andrews didn't put the tag down, so that runner at second will be safe. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there.
That's the second time we've had that in this third series.
Yeah, so that's an infield fly rule, and when that ball bounces and it bounced behind behind first base, that stays in fair territory. And when this ball is at peak flight, let's take a look if the umpire calls infield fly.
The home plate umpire called it. I saw that live. Scott Mayer did call it behind the plate. They had McClenny.
They had her, and you've got to put the tag down on her.
Second time we've seen that in this third series, and the same result. The ball was there, and there was no tag on the runner, just the confusion of the play. Will it make a difference? Sam Fisher down 0-2 in the count. McQuillan needs something really clean here for an out to keep those runners put. Fisher 0 for 2, reached on an error her last time up. Off speed and stays alive. There's no way not to know. If you're anybody right now in this game, you know what's at stake. 1-2. And realistically, if Team Allo wins this inning and the 50 available points, that might do it. Fisher left side, caught by Andrews. 2 outs.
And just a big out right there, just to stop the momentum from Team Allo, and Andrews charging that ball and getting it just a hair before it hits the dirt.
Morgan DeBoard's speed at third. If that bounces and she has to make a throw, who knows? Maybe DeBoard tries it. Now it goes to Aaron Koffel. .1-0 pitch. Hits Koffel. It's the second time in a row she's been hit by a pitch, but it loads the bases now. Not the end of the world.
Not the end of the world, but I mean, I just loved this threat that Team Allo is putting. I mean, they walk Allo, and you think that that's it, right? You know, and so just this whole team stepping up and threatening here in the top of the 6th.
And you're also inching toward Jocelyn Alo getting another at bat potentially in the 7th inning. You would still need one more runner to reach base for that to happen for sure. But that at bat might end up being huge for who's crowned champion. Off speed, Klingler into right field. West is under it, and McQuillan strands the bases loaded. Those points still up for grabs for Bubba Nichols and company. Between the two games, and now it all comes down to the final inning and a half. Team Nichols leading the game by 6, but there are 50 inning win points on the line. And I think it's just trending toward the fact that most likely the winner of this game is going to be the champion. I don't think if Jocelyn Alo wins the innings that Bubba Nichols has a chance. 7, 8, 9 here for Team Nichols in the bottom of the 6th. There's Alo. This is what they've done tonight. And not a lot of win points have been decided yet. Just the first inning. Everything else is up for grabs. So 110 more points in that win category is still there to be had as West takes strike 1. Alo got the 10 stat points thanks to her walk last inning. Nichols had the double early in this game. It's a 74-point difference between them. What are you telling 7, 8, 9 here as they come up in the 6th? Just approach-wise, does anything change for you as a hitter when you know what's on the line?
Well, definitely for 7, 8, 9, especially like a Riley West, I mean, just swing the bat hard, make solid decisions. If you're going to swing with the conviction. You know, we're up by 6 runs, but swing aggressively. And, you know, you can see her kind of doubting herself on a couple pitches, but swing big and swing with some power and conviction.
3-2 change up. West able to stay with it long enough. One swing could send the leaderboard into complete chaos. West inside, ball 4. First time she has reached tonight. Willis wanted the call, didn't get it, and instead has to face Billy Andrews, who was the last batter that Odyssey Alexander faced when she had a 3-run home run in the first inning. Andrews, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, and that was worth 90 points for her and 50 for everyone on her team.
And talk about getting it big and winning the inning, and Andrews just swinging big, and this is what I'm talking about, swinging with conviction. And this ball on the inner half, I mean, she just unleashes on this pitch. 2-run home run. Team Nichols up 8-0.
Billy Andrews, her 4th home run of the season. what a swing. And keep in mind right now, too, I mean, the inning points won't go in until this inning is done, and it might be far from over. We're going to have a pitching change, but Bubba Nichols at the end of this inning will be 24 points behind Jocelyn Allo. That doesn't include the fact that they're probably going to win this game, which is also worth 50. And they know what it means to their captain, Bubba Nichols.
Check, Bubba. Check at that. That smile and the bounce.
Let's go to Savannah with Billy Andrews.
Billy, what has gotten into you today? Also, what'd you eat for breakfast and lunch and dinner to have a day like this?
I think I had leftovers today, so. But yeah, I just, honestly, without a bat, I was thinking about bunting. But yeah, I just wanted to attack it, and I wanted to win our team some points, so.
Big swing. How does it feel to be able to come through for your captain like that, who you just battle with all series?
Yeah, Bubba is a great captain, and she's a great teammate, great person, and having her lead us it's been like really good, and I just wanted to help her with her where she's at on the leaderboard.
Absolutely, Billy. Thanks. Chucky, back to you.
Thank you.
Well, helps her in a huge way, and like we said, she's got it right now. She has it. It just depends if Jocelyn Allo comes to the plate in the 7th. She's due up 4th. She's going to have to get somebody on base to have a chance. And then realistically, it's going to have to be a big swing. It's going to have to be a Jocelyn Allo special.
Right. And what we can say is you can't doubt her and that won't happen. And so, I mean, we're literally sitting on the edge of our seats every pitch. And it's just an interesting turn of events.
Montana Fouts is the new pitcher for Team Allo. Her 8th appearance of the season. It's been a little bit of an up and down season for Fouts, but it's great to see her back on the field. And you've certainly seen those moments, especially in Series 1, of what Montana's capable of. And now just wants to quickly get through this order. From Grayson, Kentucky, played at Alabama. Former NFCA Pitcher of the Year, SEC Freshman of the Year, 4-time All-American. One of 7 in Alabama history. I ask all my partners this question. There's been 7 4-time All-Americans at Alabama. Haley McClenny is one of them. Just give me one of the others.
Kelly Crutchman.
Okay, that's too easy for you. You played with her.
I'm like, let's go.
Too easy for you. You played with her. Come on. McKinney goes down swinging, out number 1 for Fouts. You got any of the others? Fouts, McClenny, Crutchman. You looking at my sheet? You trying to cheat?
I was trying to cheat. I was going to say Van Brinkle, but
no.
No. It's a pitcher. It's the pitcher?
There's a couple, yeah.
I can see her right now. Oh my gosh.
Taylor Edwards wants to talk to Montana Fouts.
Could it be Charlotte Morgan?
No, actually. Which that was a surprise to me as well when I found this list a couple years ago, yeah.
Okay.
Jacqueline Trina.
Okay, Jackie Trina. That's who missing that one. All right.
Kelsey Dunn.
Okay.
Brittany Rogers and Jackie McLean.
Nice. That was fun.
Top of the order, Morgan Zirkle ahead in the count 2-0 of Fouts. And Nichols on deck could help her cause even further. Bubba entered the night in 4th place, 194 points behind Jocelyn Allo. A doubleheader, and that just goes right through Fisher's hands at 3rd base. Zirkle on first with one out for the captain, Bubba Nichols, who is currently in second place, but on the way up. Will get 50 points at the conclusion of this inning to make it a 24-point gap. Also in line for the game win, so there's 50 there, barring a crazy turnaround for Jocelyn Allo and company. Jocelyn is due up fourth in the 7th inning, so she will need some help if she wants to come to the plate to have a chance to bolster her hopes now. We knew there was a chance. Like, there were 4 coming into the night that had a legitimate chance, but for it to play out like it has is pretty incredible.
Very special. I mean, and just a testament to the point system, and just it benefits all players, and you could just see throughout the night everybody jumping up and bouncing down, and there's just so many opportunities for the individual points and for team points as well.
Just foul down the first base line. Almost an unorthodox double play there, but Bubba gets another chance here, 2-2. Five home runs on the season, second to Allo. Two coming from Fouts. Nichols out in front of it. Clark makes the grab in left field, 2 away. Not far off of that, just a little out in front.
Yeah, and you can see Edwards and Fouts just communicating before that pitch, and whatever Edwards said, Montana Fouts shook her head and committed to that pitch and just running it in on Bubba Nichols' hands and kind of jamming her a bit.
Strike one from Fouts to Delaney Wiz, who we have not talked about nearly enough because Wiz is going to jump up into 3rd place and is really not terribly far behind Bubba Nichols. She's walked 3 times in this game. She's only 56 behind Bubba. So realistically, and I don't know that she would be in line for MVP points or not. You would think Andrews for sure, McQuillan for sure. But if Delaney Wiz were to hit a home run here, she could do this.
Absolutely. You never know.
Catches the corner for strike 2. It's going to get a lot easier to calculate when this inning ends, and then we'll come back from the break and we'll tell you exactly what needs to happen. Did Wiz go? No, she did not. Has already walked 3 times, and I know a 3-2 count with 2 away. Strike 3 swinging. Fouts strikes out 2 of the batters she's faces. Billy Andrews coming up for her captain. This swing worth 50 points for everybody on Team Nichols. Is it going to be Bubba at the end of the night? Athletes Unlimited Pro Softball is sponsored by Koch Industries. Taylor McQuillan has been a star tonight. Billy Andrews, not too bad herself as we finish off this 2024 AUX season. There's the plus 50 for everybody on Team Nichols. Looking for the sweep of all the points available. She's 24 behind Jocelyn Allo, but still win points to be calculated for the game. Started 94 behind her in this game, 194 at the beginning of the night. and has clawed it all the way down to just 24. Still 10 inning win points to be played for. As far as the game, it would take 8 runs in this inning for Team Alo to keep it alive. Jocelyn is due up 4th. The unofficial calculation of what could happen for Jocelyn Alo to win would be that 1, she has to come to the plate, and 2, she has to hit a home run. Unofficially. Julia Cottrell pinch hitting. Wichita native with her last at bat of the season. Out of Texas A&M, down 1-2 to McQuillan. Outside, McQuillan 3 strikeouts tonight. Just been outstanding. Came out of the bullpen in game 1, but this start, 6 innings, just 1 hit allowed, has walked 3 and has struck out 3. Off speed, Cottrell stays with it, just foul.
And I like this call from Team Alo going to Cottrell. I mean, Cottrell just is a big presence at the plate. Can get something going in that 8-hole. They had Sarah Willis there.
2-2 outside. Nice AB here from Cottrell. Like we said, it just takes 1 to get on. Barring a double play, of course, for Jocelyn Alo to get a chance. 3-2 pitch from McQuillan. Cottrell deep to left field. And that is gone off the scoreboard for the first run of the game and just the 2nd hit off McQuillan. And now Alo will come to the plate, and we will play a bottom of the 7th because of those inning win points.
And I love this decision. This has got to feel so good for Cottrell just to come off the bench and to step up big. I mean, just creating a little momentum. Obviously now, yes, we'll see Jocelyn Alo this inning. But this is just such a sweet swing and just drives this ball to left field and gets Team Gold on the board.
Mackenzie Clark now has walked and flied out in this game. That just misses ball 2. Clark, the 9-hole, and then to the top of the order, which McQuillan will see for the 4th time. 3-0.
Take a look at the home run. But what I want you guys to check out is Alo's reaction when this ball is hit. I get another chance.
Mackenzie Clark walks. Let's go to Savannah with Julia Cottrell.
Julia, take me into this dugout. The words of encouragement sticking in this game for you to have your moment in that at bat and put your team on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. My team's been wearing her down the whole game. I mean, we've been putting good swing after good swing, solid contact, getting people on base, and it just hasn't gone our way. That's how softball goes sometimes, and we keep telling every time we come back into the dugout, we're going to get her. So to keep pushing and stuff like that, and their information coming back after at-bats was super helpful, and so I felt like I'd taken a couple of at-bats before I even went up there. So my teammates have done a great job preparing me.
Great insight into this gold dugout. Thank you, Julia.
Thank you.
That's a good point, because we talked about it. They've basically had 3 to the warning track in this game. It's been so close.
Yeah, and they've been punching. I mean, you just got to continue to punch, and they've been continuing to have good at-bats, and I love what Cottrell just said. It's like I've had a million at-bats already, and I love that decision to have her come off the bench.
Flippin lays into one to deep center, and there's another one just in front of the warning track this time for out number 1. Well, it's not the bases loaded, but Jocelyn Alo coming up with 2 or excuse me, with 1 on and 1 out. And now how do you handle this? I don't think she will be hitting. She won't. Wow, and that is
a big time decision. Yeah, that is AU. And I mean, I was just hoping for the thrill of it that we got to see McQuillan throw to her. But I mean, I think that that's a smart decision if you are Team Orange.
And I think it just tells you that they're looking at the leaderboard right now. I mean, I don't know if it's Bubba or if the facilitator, but I would guess they know the point situation to put her on base.
Absolutely. And at this point, you have to be looking at the leaderboard because that's what matters at this point. And like I said, you know, leading up to it, Series 1, Series 2, yeah, you're probably not looking at it as much and you're just trying to get in your flow. But when it comes down to it on the last day, I mean, that's the difference between winning and losing.
McClenny into left field. Nice sliding grab out there by Morgan Zirkle. 2 outs, and again, if you're new to Athletes Unlimited, we will play the bottom of the 7th because there is a run scored here in the top half, and that means those inning points are up for grabs that Team Nichols will want. What I will say is, for Bubba Nichols, I don't know if it matters. I think she's got it as Edwards hits this into left field, unless Team Alo has a big comeback. As Jocelyn's into third, Edwards has an RBI double, and they're not done yet.
And that's a double for Edwards. 20 points in her pocket. The next batter for Team Alo is the third baseman from
This
LSU.
never die feeling from Team Alo. I mean, just so contagious. I mean, Taylor Edwards coming in, swinging big. And you can just feel Team Alo just putting on the pressure and not giving up.
McQuillan misses outside. First pitch to Sam Fisher. And he's in there for strike 1 to Fisher. I'm just looking at the leaderboard right now. If Team Alo wins these inning points, it would be a 42-point lead for Jocelyn Alo. But if they can't come back to win the game, Nichols would get 50 points. That would be an 8-point difference. I don't think either of them are going to be MVPs, and that could be the decisive number, is 8 points for Bubba Nichols to potentially beat Jocelyn Alo. Fisher swings through it, and McQuillan out of the jam. 2 runs across, though, so we will play the bottom of the 7th. Bubba Nichols looking very likely right now here at AUX.
My nickname, Bubba, comes from my dad. He gave me my nickname when I was about 12 years old. And his family, they're from Tennessee, and Bubba is kind of a term of endearment in the South, so it really is just a household nickname, but I don't have any brothers, and that's usually a boy nickname, and it just stuck, and it's kind of focusing and acknowledging of my dad being a part of my softball journey and being the one to kind of give me that nickname. Even my number 48, my dad's favorite number is 4 and mine's 8, so it's Bubba 48.
You know Dad's loving what he's seeing tonight. Bubba Nichols with a ridiculous charge up the leaderboard, almost 200 points behind Jocelyn Alo to start the night. But here she is, 32 points back. We already know, though, what's going to happen. They've won this game, so that's plus 50 for her, and that should be enough to do it. I'm just not sure anything can happen to sway those votes, or excuse me, to sway those points, because I don't think either of them have MVP points coming their way. I don't think Delaney Wiz would be MVP 1, which would be the only other player that could do it. Bubba Nichols, in her 4th season of Athletes Unlimited, played her college ball at UCLA. They beat Oklahoma in 2019 for the national title. That was the last time the Sooners didn't win at all. She had a leadoff home run in Game 2 of the Women's College World Series Championship Series. And here she is, 3 outs away from very likely being crowned the AUX champion. Nadia Taylor takes strike 1 inside. All they would need is 2 runs, because if they were to match that total, it would just go to the team who is winning the game. So basically, 2 runs would be like a walk-off in this scenario. And it would just be for those 10-inning win points in the 7th. Just wonder if Bubba knows yet. I mean, it's hard. Technically, you can't call it completely, but it's getting close to that point as there's 1 out.
And I'm sure she's aware. She's in the running, that she's close.
That's Taylor McQuillan behind her talking to her. What a performance from her tonight. 6 scoreless innings, gives up the 2 in the 7th, but it is going to be way short of what they needed. 21 runs scored by Team Nichols in these 2 games. And that's after not scoring in the first 4 innings of game 1. This is hit high in the air. Koffel under it, 2 outs.
Yeah, and definitely want to highlight Taylor McQuillan again. I love when we were talking to Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, and just what she was talking about is I don't know why teams don't draft her first more often, and just she always rises to the occasion. She's a professional. She executes. She gets it done. She definitely has done that tonight.
Swing and a miss from Stewart-Hunter, strike 1. Montana Fouts has been really solid in relief. He's not allowed a hit or a walk. Just the 1 runner reaching on the error. She delivers strike 2. This could do it for the AUX season, and we still don't officially know who the champion will be. Technically, you could vote for anybody for MVP. Stewart-Hunter lays off. The result of this inning likely to be 10-inning win points for Team Alo. Into left field, Clark has it, and that will do it for the 2024 AUX season. Team Nichols, 2-0 on their doubleheader night. Bubba needed a big night, and she got it. They go 3-1, and she's the captain, and they think they know the results of this. It should be Bubba Nichols.
It should be Bubba Nichols based off of this win. But we still have to wait and see on who the MVPs will be, because that could make a difference as well. That's voted on by the players, and that can make a difference.
And like we said, it's unlikely that either Alo or Bubba get MVP, but you just never know. I mean, it's like the walk. You could kind of do whatever you want here, and Delaney Wiz isn't far off either.
Right. And I wonder if that could be strategy as well, is, you know, starting to vote for an Alo or vote for a Bubba Nichols for MVP.
They feel like Bubba Nichols is the champion, and she will be at the top of the leaderboard as these win points have been entered. And there it is. This includes all of the win points. Jocelyn Alo behind Bubba Nichols by 8 points. All the players now going to head over to the iPad and vote on their MVPs, but it's looking very likely that Bubba Nichols has become the 2nd ever hitter to win Athletes Unlimited. I don't think we've ever done this. I don't think we've ever been in this situation at the end of a season.
Yeah, just waiting to the very last second, literally. And I mean, if it is Bubba Nichols, I think she's just one of those underrated hitters. I mean, she just goes and flies underneath the radar, and just so unassuming, but just gets it done, so consistent at the plate, and it's just been consistent from Series 1 and to now.
Taylor McQuillan, a big part of Bubba Nichols' success tonight. Her team really stepped up for her. And everybody headed out behind that dugout. They have a table where they'll vote on the MVPs of this game. Tough night for Team Alo and Team Masson. Bubba Nichols, as a captain this week, authored the most successful series of this season, going 3-1, and it's been a big season for her. She's hit a lot of home runs. She had to leave for graduation back to
Yes.
UCLA mid-year, and here she is, potentially the AUX champion.
And I think just what a way to end the season. I mean, just knowing that she went back to get her master's and graduated and came back and was still able to perform. And so I think just a testament to her to keeping at it and staying true to her game and getting it done on the field. And just I love talking to all of her teammates and what they were saying about her as well, and just how she led. And Kelsey just saying she's too nice. She's too nice to be a leader, and sometimes hard for her to make those hard decisions, but just what a great way for her to lead her team.
I think they're trying to get this done pretty quickly. And regardless of the result, Jocelyn Alo, what a season for her too. Her debut season of Athletes Unlimited, and she was outstanding from the start. Bubba Nichols awaiting the official announcement that she is the 2024 AUX Softball Champion. More Athletes Unlimited Softball coming your way later this summer, so you don't have to wait too long. About a month from tomorrow, the championship season kicks off in Rosemont. We'll add 18 more players to the player pool. The season is longer. 30 total games versus the 18 that were played here in Wichita, which, by the way, was a fantastic host for this event. The crowds were outstanding. The facilities, the campus here is absolutely beautiful, too.
Yeah, I mean, just what a beautiful backdrop and just great hospitality. I mean, from the moment you walk into the stadium, you are taken care of, and just also nice as well to see the stands being filled up every single night and every single game. We've had a lot of fans rooting for these athletes, and so it's been a lot of fun seeing all the fan engagement and everybody getting excited to see these AU athletes compete. They surely put on the show.
Well, they've braved it tonight. 11:15 local time here in Wichita. There's Sydney McKinney, the former Shocker star. A few Wichita natives in this Athletes Unlimited pool. We should have an official announcement very shortly. Looking over that direction, I don't see anybody still voting, but no official word yet. I cannot believe how tonight played out. It's just unreal.
To the very last second. I mean, we're still waiting.
Bubba Nichols talking to another UCLA Bruin, Jadalyn Alchin right there. Bubba was fine tonight, played good defense, had a couple nice ABs, but it was really her team picking her up, and it was Billy Andrews tonight with 50 inning win points on the line, the 2-run home run.
Yeah, and I mean, that was just the difference. We talked about that coming into today's games, is that it was going to have to be a team effort, and Billy Andrews just stepping up at the plate, contributing to the lead for Team Nichols.
2 home runs for Andrews, 5 RBIs on the night. Nadia Taylor hit a 3-run shot in that first inning as well that really set the tone. Not just a 3-in-1 week, but swept their doubleheader day too, which almost never happens. Nadia Taylor coming through clutch tonight, a walk-off in the first game before the home run in the first inning of this one. Still waiting for those MVP points to finalize. Nichols, Alo, and Wiz, the top 3 as it stands before those votes are input. Delaney Wiz jumping 4 spots tonight up into the medals. Morgan Zorkel rising 7 spots from 13 to 6. Here's Delaney. Wouldn't be here without her either, with her solo home run to keep the first game alive and send it to extras. It was always do this toward the end of the season, kind of a celebration as they gather all the players from all the teams. And I think we might have it. Still waiting for an official confirmation. I promise you, we'll tell you as soon as we know.
But I mean, I think we also just commend all the athletes. I mean, but while we're sitting here waiting, just what a show that they put on the last 3 weeks, and we can see them all just coming together and just the camaraderie that's all built these last 3
Sam
weeks.
Fisher heading in that direction. It looks like the votes have been calculated. Sam's got the gold medal. She's in the vicinity of Bubba Nichols, and I think this is it. And it is official. Bubba Nichols, the 2024 AUX champion. What a moment for her, and what a night it had to be for Bubba to get to this point.
Absolutely, and just a moment that she can lean on her team in a complete team effort tonight.
And Savannah has Bubba Nichols.
Bubba, getting a good rub in on the new gold medal. You are officially the 2024 AUX champion. What does this piece of hardware mean to you?
Honestly, all glory to God, first and foremost. But secondly, I really feel like this medal was this team's medal. We were just talking about how we want to be the first team to win a doubleheader, and I just feel like every single woman that's been here has just been so helpful of each other and supportive, and it's really cool to be in this environment and just to be able to have recognition. It's cool, but honestly, if it wasn't for them and what they did today, then I wouldn't have this.
You climbed 200 points to take over first place on this leaderboard today. When you look back at this season, what stands out to you as the biggest successes that led you to this point?
Honestly, just having fun and playing free. That was kind of my goal for this season. But I really
How good does that feel?
Okay, it feels great. It's a little bit cold, but it's okay. No, I seriously am so happy that I left everything on the field with them. They had my back through and through, and this orange team is going to go down in my memory book forever because I just love them so much. So,
Congratulations on the title, Bubba.
thank you, Savannah. I love you.
Chucky, back to you.
The 2024 AUX champion, Bubba Nichols, came into the night trailing Jocelyn Allo by 194 points. She had 8 to spare when it was all said and done.
Yeah, a huge congrats to Bubba Nichols. I mean, just what a great performance. But I think, like she said, just leaning in on her team. And without her team, she does not put this win together. And I think that's just a testament to this point system. And just what a fun little series we got to watch. We really enjoyed it. So congrats to Bubba again.
A walk-off 25-run thriller in game 1, and then it's Bubba Nichols and company coming out of the gates hot in the first inning. That carries them the distance as Bubba Nichols is the 2024 AUX champion. For Savannah Collins, Natasha Watley, and our entire incredible crew, I'm Chucky Kemp. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let's take a look back at this season.
Okay. Wow. This is the...
AUX is intense.
That is unbelievable.
Fast.
Got it. Double play.
Explosive.
That ball was absolutely crushed.
Have to be ready for anything.
Open your mind, what are you chasing? You know that it's looking divine. Embrace the unknown, believe in the magic, go off and explore your own. Watch you fly. Touch the sky. Rise up so high.
Grand slam.
Let's go. You must be supernatural. You must be supernatural.
One pitch, one swing, and the game has changed. Jesse Warren added to the highlight reel. Bubba Nichols is on fire right now.
Jocelyn Allo, incredible.
I know you magic. You're supernatural.
As the